Hey everybody, so welcome back to Kind of Leading of Light, and we are going to pot up our babies that's in our propagation box. And so if you remember from the last video, what we did is that we took a little container from the Chinese restaurant, we put a baseline of soil, I'll say about an inch thick worth of specifically vermicast. We decided to use that as a substitute for peat moss because it's more ecologically friendly than the harvesting of the peat moss, which releases a lot of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And then we have, bring this a little bit closer, we've had a couple of successful sprouts, and the lessons that we learned is that even if the stem looks like it's dying, it will still sprout, and then we can give it a chance to decide whether it's not going to grow roots. So for example, this little friend right here, let's make it so you can see it better. Got the little, there we go. So this friend right here has, as you can see, the first leaves are coming out and the sprouts are coming out. But this one doesn't actually have any roots yet compared to, let's bring out this friend over here. This friend has two, you can see it, one on the right, one on the left. This friend, which is by far the one that's been doing the best, has two roots coming out. And funny enough, the phone is actually leaning on of the Monstera right now. Monstera Swiss chard, which is this eventually going to be. And so the first step is that identifying when you're ready to take it out. And for us, because the container is so small, this friend right here is already hitting the top of the container, so we already know it's time to go. It already started having its roots. And so we have a little pot right here, also with vermicast in it, and some eggshells. And we're simply just going to take our little friend and we're going to bury him right in, just place it right on top, just like we did with the other one. Because it's still acting, this is still going to be in a type of similar greenhouse environment, just in a different container, so it can grow longer and have more developed roots, which is another important reason. The first one is that making sure that the leaves can actually grow and it's not hitting the container top. The one thereafter is to make sure that the roots can actually grow beyond the small inch of space that it has. And so we're going to check the other ones and see if anybody else needs to be potted up. Oh, yeah, this one has, I don't know if y'all can see that, where the dirt is right over there. This is actually a root. So there, you can probably see it better right there. There's actually a whole root right there. So I'm going to put that one in the container. And I know I need to get me a tripod or something. Look at how everybody else be doing their YouTube videos. That will come soon enough. This friend, I don't think this one is going to produce anything. So this is our friend right here. Still green. I could still give this one a chance, but I'm almost certain that this one isn't going to produce anything. This is the little sliver of hope that it has. This little growth nugget right here. Kind of hard to see. It has a little growth nugget right there. So we can continue giving it a shot and see what happens. Our other friend right here has a new sprout growing, but I'm not sure what the sprout is trying to do. Part of it has really like whitish color, which looks like it wanted to be a root at first and then it became a sprout. So we can figure out what to do with that. And we have this other little friend who is just starting to sprout. Right there. And so the call that I'm going to make, let's check the other ones real quick. Yeah, so the call that I'm going to make is have those two, we have two in this one container. I'm going to have these two have their own container and see how they grow and see if the other ones develop roots. And so I watered the soil before I put the plants in the pot. And so, but the thing is that we still want that greenhouse effect. And so we're gonna do this little trick that I learned while taking one of my courses in horticultural therapy. And so this trick where you take a Ziploc bag, you put it around the container, and you simply get your rubber band, which I might have just misplaced. Let's see if I can find it. Oh goodness. I just had it mixing. Or what you would do is that you would take the rubber band and you would wrap it right around. And then what you have in the bottom, what you would do is that you would open it up real quick, blow it into the Ziploc bag, give it some oxygen, and that also kind of just makes it nice and puffy, and secure it. I mean, you wouldn't give it oxygen because it produces oxygen. You give it carbon dioxide. But then this would be the growth, and then you can't really see anything because it's still a small baby leaf plant. But the thing is that once it grows bigger and bigger, it has room for the space for the leaves, and it still has this nice big puff, and it could grow and be a nice, beautiful transplant without like actually having greenhouse space. So if you wanted to have like a whole bunch of Ziploc bags and a whole bunch of small containers, and do this throughout your apartment, especially if you don't have like heating mats and stuff, this is like a cool, neat trick that you can do. Like a little ace in the hole or ace in sleeves, so that you can take care of your little plantitas. So I hope this was useful, and thank y'all for bearing with me. I'm gonna try to produce videos every week so I get in the groove of things, make some actual nice thumbnails, get some lighting and stuff going. But I'll keep bringing y'all plant-based information, garden-based information, and let me know what y'all got. I got some good ideas coming for 2022, and we'll see what happens. Have a good one, y'all.